We're here with Glenn Danzig, the director and writer of Death Rider and the House of Vampires. Tell us a little bit about Death Rider.
Well, it's a vampire spaghetti western homage that I wrote. Um, Lots of vampires, not so many people, except people who get bit, and it's a spaghetti western, and so it's a period piece. It takes place a while ago.
Well, you have an awesome cast. Tell me a little bit about how that came together and what made you pick the people you chose to work with.
Well, so let's see. Devin Sauer is the Death Rider. So when we first started talking about casting, his name was mentioned right away, and so we're lucky that he did it. I thought he did a great job as the Death Rider. Julian Sands, of course, as the Count Holiday, is one of my favorite actors. Just an incredible, incredible actor. Just so dedicated and so committed to the part. And he brought Count Holiday to life. I couldn't be happier when he started, reading. I was just like, this is Count Holiday. He's eloquent, but he's also a dangerous vampire who's lived for a very long time, and the reason he's still alive is because he's very formidable. But he's very it's like matter of fact. It's almost like he doesn't even think about that. He's more aristocratic and just exactly what I wanted for Count Holiday. We have Kim Director is Carmilla Jo, who is the Count's main foil. Basically, she's a cross between vampire royalty and an old Western prostitute. But she's so sassy and she takes no prisoners. There's a great scene with the Death Rider where she just throws him on the bed. It's really good. Kim did a great job. Yeah, and her eyes are like pop. Yeah, it's great. The other cast members, we have a great cast. Some supporting people I brought back from the Veronica movie, like the Robe ones, and Ashley Wisdom is back as Mina Bell. And I got to do some scenes not only with Julian, but also with Victor Damadia, who plays Bad Bathory's best friend, Kid Vlad. So it's a lot of fun.
You also worked with a couple genre heavyweights. Let me hear a little bit about working with Danny Trejo and Eli Roth.
Wow, Danny Trejo is just a dream come true. First, I'm a big fan of Danny's, and it's just fantastic to actually have him in a movie. And his scene with the Death Rider is really one of the big spaghetti western homages, like a Sergio Leone nod and wink. I wanted it to be similar to the relationship that Clint Eastwood and Eli Wallach have in Good, the Bad, the Ugly. And Danny did a great job. He's so tremendous. Lucky to have him. Eli was just icing on the cake. When we asked him to do this part, it was great that he accepted, and he blew me away as an actor. Just fantastic. I just was in awe. I just like, wow, Eli is a really good actor. So I don't know if a lot of people know Eli Roth, of course, is a famous director, but I'm not sure just if everyone knows how talented he is as an actor. He was incredible. Yeah.
All right, awesome. And you were working on the original score for this before the script was even done. Can you tell me a little bit about what that process was and how you started to hear the music in your head?
Well, so I started writing the script a while ago, and I didn't rush it, so I'd work on it a little bit, and then I'd stop. And then I remember writing the theme song way before the script was even halfway done. And I'd work on the studio with Tommy, my guitar player, Tommy Victor. And at the end of the sessions, we were listening back to it and just going, wow, this is pretty wild. And so I just kept on working on the soundtrack every time I had a chance. And then I had some ideas that I wanted for certain parts and segue scenes, like some very Link Ray kind of cross with cowboy guitar and things like that. And I think the soundtrack was done before the movie even started filming.
Awesome. And so, speaking of doing some stuff before the movie started filming, you worked with Simon Bisley. He did the poster with you and the storyboards. Tell me a little bit about that collaboration, since you guys have worked together quite a bit over the years.
Yeah, so Simon and I have been working together since 1993, so it's a long time. I think we know each other pretty well, and I trusted him to do some of the storyboards. So I would send him, either notes or a piece of the script, and then he would send the stuff back, and I would show it, of course, to people on the set. So it was fantastic seeing the stuff come to life. Sometimes even before the movie had even filmed. So. Hats off, Simon.
So you do a supporting part in this movie. What is the hardest part about directing and acting at the same time?
Well, for me, because I run a camera also, so I'm behind a camera filming with the other camera people. The tough part is trying to get my camera guy to film the way I would film when I'm in front of the camera instead of behind the camera. So that's the toughest part. Also not being distracted on the days that you have to do scenes. So a lot of times I would be filming and then I would have to step out from behind the camera and go into the trailer and get ready and still remain focused on each little thing I have to do. I think if I had to do a lead part, I probably couldn't do it. But with a supporting part, I think I have 4 or 5 scenes. It was a little easier.
Yeah, it's a really cool character as well.
I didn't write it for myself, but later on I was like, we'll save a lot of money. I could do this part.
And last question, is there going to be a sequel?
That's something I've been asked already informally. But yes, of course, if the movie is successful, there will be a sequel. For sure, Kim and I will come back, and that's all I can tell you. The others may or may not come back. You'll have to, if we do the sequel, you have to see it to see who doesn't come back and who comes back.
All right, and any last thing you want to leave the fans with?
Just the movie opens on August 27th. Support independent filmmaking and go see this, and I hope you have a great time.
Awesome. Thank you.